Hello and welcome. And welcome to Michelle's Magical Mondays. Finally back at home with my angels and fairies, and I couldn't tell you how grateful and thankful I am to be doing my Magic Monday in a normal time, in a normal place, and getting back into my normal routine, if there's any such thing as normal for me. So it is, it's so good to be here and have all of you guys today. Happy Monday. And I hope everybody had a great holiday weekend, did all the things that they needed to do over the Thanksgiving weekend, whether that is see family, spend some downtime, shop, whatever it is that you love to do and needed to do. And even those of you who are in retail, thank you so much for working. Those of you in retail and food and all the services that we love to use over the holidays. And yeah, hi. So I'm finally back to my normal time and routine. And today I started a class called Intuitive Anatomy. So for the next 3 weeks, everything should be running, super smooth. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do about Monday being Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, but stay tuned and we'll work that out. So my message tonight when I dropped in was I'm going to spend about 10-15 minutes at the beginning of the video just kind of talking about the themes and the energies that are going on, because there's so much going on. And then I am going to spend the end of the video, because a lot of people have been asking what's going on with me and getting some updates on my programs and stuff. So I'm just going to be really shameless at the end and talk about all the stuff that's going on at Odyssey Institute of Healing Arts. But in the beginning, I want to talk right now about the magic of what is happening in the energetic atmosphere right now. The first thing that you want to know about is this Mercury retrograde. And this Mercury retrograde, it isn't the worst one you'll ever see. Sometimes they're just really bad. The one over the summer had 6 planets retrograde. And this one, Venus went direct, and right when Mercury went retrograde. And so it's more about making sure that you check your list and check it twice and dot your I's and cross your T's. So I've been teasingly calling this the Mercury retrograde of missed connections. Last week, I thought I was having an appointment that was this week at 4 o'clock, and it was last week at 4 o'clock. And then somebody else in my world thought that they were at a session, and they showed up on one time and I showed up at another. And then today someone called me and I thought we were having lunch on Wednesday, but she had down Monday. So the good news was that all worked out. But you have to just double check, quadruple check what time something is. Did you write down the time of your flight? Did you check your car to get it done? Did you if you have any projects that you need to finish between now and December 6th, get them done early. Do it early. I have started Intuitive Anatomy, and I worked on the manuals for days ahead of time to make sure that they were done and correct, and that I had ink in the printer and all of that stuff. I didn't wait till the last minute, which anybody who knows me, I might be a little bit of a procrastinator. Not necessarily because I'm actually trying to procrastinate, but I just have a lot on my plate, and so I do the next thing that I need to do. But this week, this month, really kind of look ahead a week or two. I had in my calendar that the Sparkle Fest was going to happen on the 9th, and the truth is it happens on the 2nd. So that meant I have to be ready a week earlier, which is fine. It's, again, all of this is about checking your list once, checking it twice, and making sure that you are ready, aim, fire for everything. It is also a time for intuitive time. A lot of people are going to really find that these next few weeks they are popping out their intuition. They are growing their intuition. They're getting more connected, more in tune, more growth. So if you are feeling more intuitive right now, follow that intuition. Follow your guides. Follow what you're being told. Should you check up on that? What day is this? What is this happening? When is that? What is it that a feeling that you get? Definitely follow through on all of that right now. It's just easier to do it ahead of time versus behind. So then the next thing that I want to talk about is just the fact that we are going to have a really, really powerful new moon that starts. So Mercury goes out of retrograde on the 6th. And so you guys kind of get to look for that new moon on the 7th, 8th, and 9th, that weekend, as a non-Mercury retrograde new moon, and accumulating with the eclipse on the 22nd of December. So what's going on right now? Right now we're in evaluation mode. We are planning our lives for 2019. We are being called to step up. So many people are like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. This is my next, highest transformation. This is my next, I'm in a group called Highest Transformation, and everybody there is being called to step up. My group and my classes are all wanting to be a deeper healer, to follow their life purpose. All of us are being, I know so many people that want to change their jobs or upgrade their energy, or upgrade the place that they live, or upgrade the people that they hang out with. And this is exactly what we're being called to do. So if you're feeling like you need to get energized, this is a super, super good time to energize. If you are behind on anything, this is a great time to get caught up. If you have something that's really important, this is a really good time to get ahead. So sometimes that means we want to be inward. So many people that I know are being, a little bit purgy. I was needing to take some rest over the weekend. Just allergies and things hitting me, so that I was home resting and preparing. And when you take the time to rest into the stillness, you actually have time to think. And so I often find people get, whether that's the edge of a cold or an allergy, or they just feel tired and run down. It's actually right before a transformation, right before an upgrade. So I feel that a lot of people, even though this is the holiday season, we actually want to be really alone. We want to stay in our homes. We want to stay, maybe there's a cleaning spree going on, or rearranging of things going on at home, or maybe you're feeling like you need to rearrange things at work. A lot of people are feeling like they need to complete a project, undone projects, cleaning out storage units, whatever it is that you're working on. It's about finishing, completing, and or planning and starting. There's a lot of both of those, because anytime you finish something, the end of one thing is the beginning of something new. So this is a really good time for all of that. And it's actually energy I normally see more in January. And I think you're going to see December having a lot more big starts than normal. Normally we're in a holiday season, and we're focused on our family, and we're focused on our presents, and we're focused on our tree, or whatever it is that you're doing. But I feel like people are like, no, I'm not going to wait till the new year. I'm in the energy of now. And so that's really a big thing. And I just did a coaching session today that I want to share with everybody. It really hit me that it was a perfect day to share this message with more than one person. And we talked about, she had been reminded about Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now. And I said, would you like Michelle's Cliff Notes version of The Power of Now? And she's like, yes, of course. And so one of the number one take home pieces, the power of now, is understanding that anxiety is about the fact that you are still living in the past. You are looking or afraid to recreate a negative situation that's happened already. So if you've had something, a lot of times people who are anxious or animals that are anxious have come from some kind of trauma. So if you are anxious, it's either like a fear that something's going to happen from a memory or from a thought or a concern. Maybe you were a worrywart or your parent was a worrywart. And so you're like, oh my God, what if this happens? That's anxiety. And so if you're living in that past energy, you cannot move into the living right now, happy, positive energy. The other feeling that happens is the power of fear. Fear is living in the future. Well, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if this doesn't happen? What if they leave me? What if I don't have any money? What if I? The shoulda, wouldas, the couldas. So the shouldas and the wouldas and the couldas are the past, and the what ifs, how can I, what can happen is the future. And when you're in either of these states, you are not in the state of being, in the state of, okay, I'm going to take a deep breath, and right here, right now, none of that matters. Nothing is happening to me. I'm actually right here in the present. So the only thing we actually have is the current now, or the present is the present. So it's like, if you are worried about someone, concerned about something, or even if you're worried about something for yourself, would you open up the box? If you put all of your thoughts and dumped it into a box and wrapped it up, would you want what is inside that box? If you opened it up and was like, oh my God, no, I am not giving this person my fear that they aren't going to get their job, or I'm not going to give myself my fear that I'm not going to have enough money. I'm not going to give myself worried that I'm going to live in a cardboard box. I don't want to give any of those things to someone. So instead, you want to be like, cancel, clear, delete, all these things, anything I'm anxious about, anything I'm worried about, anything I'm feared about. Cancel, clear, delete. What I really want is this. And I want you to just wrap it up and reframe it. It's all about perception. It's all about the reframe. It's all about creating a decision on how you want to feel. You do actually get to choose how you feel about a situation. You don't necessarily get to change the situation, but you do, the empowerment piece is getting to feel what it is that you want to feel. And so what happens then is that you put all of these thoughts into what I really want is this. If I were giving myself a present for the current moment or a present toward the future, what would I put in this box? And so you want to fill your box with hope. You want to fill your box with, this is what I really want. This is how I want it to go. And I call this Michelle's Magnificent Manifestations. With the law of attraction, you really are what you think. And so worry uses the exact same field as a daydream. And everybody has played the what would I do if I won the lottery game? And you would go on, oh, I'm going to pay off all my bills, and then I'm going to pay off my parents' bills, and then I'm going to buy a house and a car, and then I might pay for my family's, blah, 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 education, or the nursing home to take really better care of my parents, or maybe I would buy my kids a car, whatever it is that you would do. That is the field, or another friend of mine calls this the field of miraculous. You actually want to go into the field where you are creating what you want. And so every day, what are the 3 things you want to start calling to you? And if you feel like it's impossible, this is the first step in calling the impossible to you. I never would have thought 10 years ago that my life would be so complete and have so many amazing things in it. But I fiercely held the belief that, these things were possible, that they were for me, and that I could change my reality, that I could change my life, and I could call these things in. So a lot of things that I do say, live, and experience right now seemed completely impossible for me in the past. But it didn't happen overnight. It didn't. It happened over time, where I held these things as sacred. I held myself as sacred. I made sacred commitments to myself. I made little, tiny, changeable pieces. So I have a coach. I think everybody should have a coach, or 3. I actually have 3 different versions of coaches. And I really want you, I have an accountability partner too. Actually 2 of them in 2 different areas of my life. I want you to make a sacred commitment to yourself of what it is that you want to invest in yourself with, whether that's investing in, first thing that you can invest is your thoughts. You can invest in how you think about yourself. Do you love yourself? Do you care for yourself enough to treat yourself like your own best friend? Do you have the right to heal yourself? Are you worthy? Are you worthy of these things? And if you aren't, then heal that first. And then the next thing I want you to do is make sacred commitments. The coach that I was going to refer to is, what is the next action? What is the next step? What is the next doable thing that you can do that is within your control? Because I know a lot of times things are just not within your control. So stop trying to control everything, but find one little tiny action step that is within your control. One thing that you do have the ability to work with, the right to work with, and some kind of action that you can move forward on. And then last, do your best to get rid of all the thoughts of the impossible. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. I'm not going to have this. It's not going to work. It's not going to happen. Get really all of that. And what you want to do is actually, when those thoughts come into your mind, and they will, I'm not asking you to clear your mind. It's not possible. Those thoughts are going to come in, but you do have the choice to energize them, or you have the choice to say, no, that's not truth. That's not my truth. My truth is that I can make this possible. My truth is that I am worthy enough, that I can do this. And I know every one of you can. Every single one of you has this right, this birthright to realize that you are a divine spark of the energy of all that is. Every single one of you is part God or goddess. Every single one of you is made of the same matter as stardust. You're made out of particles and atoms, and you absolutely can make change in your life, but you have to choose it. You have to choose maybe to get a little uncomfortable. The more uncomfortable I am, the closer I am to realizing that something great is about to happen. It is usually very uncomfortable when you're going through transformation. And I realize that I'm kind of in the transformation industry and in the transformation business, but I'm always going through an upgrade. I'm always going through an upgrade. There is always something else that I can let go, that I can bring in, that I can change, that I can grow. And so the bigger the upgrade, the more discomfort that you may be feeling because you've never felt it before. It's scary. It's exciting at the same time, but it's also fear. And sometimes we feel paralyzed and then we self-sabotage ourselves. So starting to actually, the more change you make, the easier it becomes. So actually recognizing that fear is a level of actually realizing that you are so close. Don't give up right before the transformation. Don't give up right before the miracle. They call it the 11th hour. Some modalities call it the 11th hour. Right before the sun comes up is the darkest moment of the night. They call it the dark night of the soul. Right before you make this huge leap and bound, sometimes you have like this, oh my God, moment. And for me, it's just before I get some exciting leap and bound in my life, I get uncomfortable. And so you have to just kind of sit with that uncomfortable. You got to get accountable. You got to, sometimes we hit a plateau. I was asking one of my true mentors, I'm like, I'm feeling a little plateaued right now. And the answer to plateau is, well, what do you do want to change? What is the next step, and how do you make the next action step go forward? Just make it, Sometimes we hit a plateau because we don't want to make any more action steps. Sometimes we hit a plateau because we are self-sabotaging ourselves. Sometimes we hit a plateau because we have to wait for everyone else to be ready. And those are the ones that are so frustrating because it's outside of our control. But what you can control is how you feel about it. What you can control is the fact that you can continue to hope, that you can continue to make action steps, and you can keep your spirits raised and high. So that's what's going in the atmosphere right now. That's my big message for you is don't give up on your transformation. Make a decision that it's going to be yours. Don't give up on the now. Make a decision to live very fully in the present. And if you are feeling anxiety, recognize it as such. Recognize it as a fear that something's going to happen. Recognize that it has to do with living out of the present in some possibility that is not here yet. And same thing with fear. So that's my big message, and I'm sure there'll be other little nuggets of information as I go on. There's a lot going on coming up in the next couple of weeks that I want to tell you about. If you've missed, I know I've been kind of like here and there and the other place. I just got back. I've been to Sedona. It was amazing. Phoenix before that. I spent some time in New Jersey, and I spent some time in Ohio, Montana, Illinois, Arkansas. And so I've been to all those places just since this summer. And now I'm home. And what does that mean? So I'm home and there's a lot going on. I've realized that I'm going to be streamlining some things for my life. I've made a commitment to me to just really get clear on what it is that I love doing. And what I do love doing is teaching theta healing classes. I really, truly love in-person, one-on-one. And I realized something else. I love small classes, and I don't want to hinder that by trying to have bigger classes. I like small classes. So I've got a program that I'm running right now. And so this next 3 weeks, we're doing intuitive anatomy, which is the class I call Theta Healing Boot Camp. It is, it's the big stuff to get started on being a medical intuitive. And so it dropped in that I teach all these classes, but not everybody knows all the other stuff I do, the coaching stuff, and how to help someone get past just, so here's your basic theta healing course. Here's your advanced theta healing course. Here's your digging deeper. So for 10 years now, even before theta healing, I've been a spiritual life coach. That's really what I've considered myself to be. And at this point, I think of myself as an activator, turning people on to their potential. And so it really occurred to me that people don't know what I do after the theta healing. We teach them how to do theta healing. We teach them basic and advanced, but they don't know how to start a business. They don't know how to define the difference between a theta healing session and a coaching session. They don't know how to do it all. So for the first time ever, I've created my own certification course. And that course is private coaching with me on top of theta healing classes. And I'm really excited because I've got a bunch of people signed up right now, and you could sign up for the next program if you're watching and this is calling to you. But it's called the Odyssey Institute of Healing Arts Life Coaching, Spiritual Life Coaching Program. And it has basic, advanced, and digging deeper theta healing courses. That's the 3 theta healing courses that are the prerequisites for everything in theta healing, everything. And then I've added to that the you and your relationship with the creator, because that course is so powerful. It's my very favorite course that I teach right now. And it's new just this year. And so these 4 courses, as well as individual coaching with me and some practicum, basically put you in a place where you are ready to do sessions, one-on-one sessions with people as a spiritual life coach. So if that is something that you are interested in doing, I call that the Theta Healing Fundamentals coursework and the Odyssey Institute of Healing Arts life coaching program. And I'm going to run that in 2 ways come the spring. By spring, this is Florida, I mean like January. I'm doing 10 days of transformation where all 3 or 4 courses in a row are being offered. Basic, advanced, digging deeper, and you and the creator is being offered in January. And then, just because I'm crazy, I have decided to offer every one of the theta healing classes that I teach, plus all of the Reiki classes that I teach in a row, because I'm crazy. But I'm crazy awesome. And so over the course of 4 months, from January 1, actually starting officially on January 11th, all the way to the 19th of April, I am going to run 17 theta healing classes, as well as Reiki 1, Reiki 2, and Master's Reiki certifications. And each one of those courses, all 17 theta healing classes, have a certification from the Theta Healing Institute of Healing Arts. And at the Think Institute, these classes are between 3 days and 3 weeks. So you have weekend courses, you have a few day courses, but it's run mostly Monday through Friday through the course of a 4-month period of time. And this program is the first time I've ever done it. I'm calling it the Executive Healer, because at the end of this program, you would have all the tools to be a healer and to understand everything. You're going to have a soulmates course, your relationship with the creator course, your relationship with your partner course, animal communication, a medical intuitive course called Theta Healing Intuitive Anatomy, disease and disorder. You're going to have courses on working with your relationship with the world called World Relations. You're going to have a course which is called Game of Life. And also one of my very favorite is DNA 3, which is working with the molecular structure of things, like working with water and weather and changing matter. And then another course that's in this program is also Rainbow Children. So of course, if you want just one of these courses, let's say you've taken basic and advanced already and you just want to take one of these courses, you can take any course a la carte. But if you are interested in just your soul calling you to take the Theta Healing program in its entirety, I'm running them all, one right after another. And that's called the Executive Healer program. So I've got my spiritual life coaching program, which is only 4 courses. I've got a medical intuitive program if you're interested in just being really powerful medical intuitive healer. And then I've got the last, which is the Mac Daddy, which I'm calling Executive Healer. So that's what I'm doing between now and the end of April. So if that is something that you are interested in, please let me know, like one or all. And if you're a weekend warrior, I've got the Weekend Warrior program starting in January, which is the first 4 Theta Healing courses, which is basic, advanced, digging deeper, and your relationship with the creator, and the life coaching program, all covered on the weekends, 1 weekend a month. So it's a commitment of 1 weekend a month, and you would be able to complete the basic program of the fundamentals and the Odyssey Institute Life Coaching Program. So there's a lot of options here. I realize that's a lot, but it's awesome. And as you said, Tina, I would love to have you in them. But I think moving to Seattle is amazing too. So thank you for saying it's amazing, because it is. And there is theta healing instructors there in Seattle if that's something that really calls to you. Or you can always come back and go on vacation and come back and take some classes. It's always nice. It was great having you in the Goddess on the Goddess Day. The other thing that I'm doing, if this is something that calls to you, I wanted to really talk one more time about the trip to Avalon. And this is a sacred journey through England and Scotland. It is 12 days. I'm teasingly calling it the 12 days of Avalon. My tour guide brought to me, and it's 12 days of transformation, 12 days of rituals and turning point moments of magic. We're doing a ritual inside Stonehenge and a ritual at Avebury, and we're doing a ritual at Glastonbury. And if you want to delve into magic in all forms, please contact me. So over the next few weeks, basically till Christmas, I am making myself available for one-on-one discovery calls for anything I'm offering, whether this is the Odyssey Institute Life Coaching Program, whether it is the Executive Healer Theta Healing Program, or whether it's the Fundamentals of Theta Healing Program, or the 12 days of Avalon activation, where this is calling forth healers. This is calling forth healers to go be with the group. I mean, you're never going to get a group of more powerful people traveling together at the same time. We're all grid workers. If you feel like you are being called to activate yourself, that you're being called to activate the planet, that you're being called to see these sacred sites. I mean, the stones you'll be moved just by touching the stones and by being in these places. And you will also feel the transformation for other people. So I realize that I'm talking about a lot of things. And then there's my small stuff. Let's not keep my small stuff as small. If anybody is available tomorrow evening, I have got Julie Wilder, one of my very favorite people, coming to Soul Circle this Tuesday to talk about her calendars and sell her calendars. So this week we're going to talk about astrological and magical timing. And then I've got Sparkle Fest. If you are interested in getting a consultation with me, talking to me, meeting me in person, I'm going to be at Cole, across the street from Dandelion and outside of Cole. We'll be doing a vendor fair from 10 to 5 on Sunday, the 2nd. And later that evening, we'll be doing an activation. So this activation will be on 12/2 we start at 7 o'clock in the evening. So a lot of stuff going on in the next week, a lot of stuff going on in the next 6 months. And, I'm really excited to be part of this with you. I'm really so humbled and so grateful to be able to be working with you, for you, next to you. My goal is to raise the frequency of the planet, to raise the frequency of Orlando, to go to places and raise the frequency wherever I'm able to be. And I always think of myself as the healer's healer. So if you think of yourself as a healer and you're ready to activate your soul's purpose, and if you are ready to join in this movement, everybody I know is ready to make a big leap, make a big jump. Just jump, just jump. This is the time. And if you are looking for sessions right now, I have an amazing special going on. I've collected an incredible group of healers and readers and psychics and everything from medical intuitives to shamans. And I call them Michelle's Angels. And they're all on the My Odyssey app. So I've got 7 meditations. Some of these videos are on there. And of course the chance to book an angel for a session. So if you want to go to the My Odyssey app, I am running a special which is 33% off of all the sessions for Cyber Monday. And if you're getting this later and you want to come get a session for any of them, private message me, tell me that you really want to get a session for 33% off, and I will honor anybody who sees this video, even if it's, you know, day after Cyber Monday, or something like that. Because the truth is, I know we're all making growth. We're all making change. And I want to make this easy, safe, and possible. So let's just drop in for a minute and send out a healing. Take a deep breath and shake out your head and shake out your shoulders and allow yourself to let go. It is commanded through the energy of all that is that we release everything we're carrying. We call back our soul fragments, every soul fragment that you gave up, the pieces of you that you've given up to other people, we call that back to you. And we release who and what you're holding on to, including self-defeating thoughts and programs and patterns, that you know that it is safe and it's easy and it's possible to grow and transform and to meet your soul's purpose, to meet yourself where you want to be who you want to be, and to allow yourself to allow greatness into every cell of your body. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. Show me, show me, show me. And just let that go through every cell of your body. Thank you guys for listening to everything I had to say. Like I said, I'm super excited to be back here at home on a regular schedule, back at my 8 o'clock on Mondays instead of traveling. And I'm super excited to be able to serve you through the holidays. You know, I love every one of you, and I'm so grateful. I'm so in the place of gratitude and joy, and I hope that you find your gratitude and your joy. Tracy, I love you too. I love you, Amy. I love you, Mom. I see a mom on there. I see Tina. Happy night, Tina. Who else is on there? Ralph. Hi, Ralph. I'll read all the messages later. Hi, Anita. Hi, Chrissy. Hi, everybody. You know, I'm just so in love with all of you, and I'm so grateful. And if you're watching later and I didn't say your name, I love you too. And thank you for watching all the way to the end, because if you stayed this long, then you are ready. You're ready to perform your next layer of growth and strength and joy. And I wish that for you. I honor the divinity in you. I honor the God and Goddess in you. And I know you're ready. I know you can do this, and I know it's going to be easy for you. So this is Michelle on Michelle's Magical Mondays. And my wish, as always, for you is to live magically.